When did you realize you married the wrong sibling? I'd been with Annie for 6 years when her twin sister Marie stayed with us for 2 weeks while her apartment was being renovated. Annie and Marie were identical twins, but complete opposites in every way that mattered. Annie was the blonde party girl I fell for in college. Fun, wild, always the center of attention. Marie was the quiet one who spent her weekends building a skincare business from her apartment. I met Annie first at a fraternity party during senior year. She was magnetic. Marie was there too that night actually, but I barely noticed her. She left early while Annie and I stayed until 3 a.m. That pretty much summarized their personalities. I proposed 2 years after graduation, and we had what I thought was a good marriage. 2 kids, nice house in Miami, solid careers. I worked as a corporate lawyer pulling in $180K annually and made enough that Annie could stay home with the kids, which she wanted. But around month 5 of year 6, things started feeling off. Annie became obsessed with her phone. Not just casual scrolling. I mean, she'd sit in corners for hours texting the same person. She started putting passwords on everything. She'd leave rooms to take calls. When I asked about it, she exploded, called me controlling, accused me of invading her privacy, said I was becoming paranoid and jealous. I apologized and backed off, but the feeling in my gut wouldn't go away. Then Marie came to stay with us. The first few days were normal. Marie helped with the kids, cooked dinners, worked on her laptop during the day. But by week 2, something shifted. Annie's behavior got worse. She'd disappear for hours, always claiming work calls even though she didn't have a job. Marie noticed too. One night we were all watching a movie and Annie got a text. She immediately stood up, grabbed her purse, and said she needed to pick up documents from her old office. It was 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Marie looked at me with this expression I couldn't read and said that's the 3rd time this week she's left at night. Where exactly is she going? After Annie drove off, Marie turned to me and asked, "How long has this been going on?" I told her everything. The phone obsession, the passwords, the disappearing, the late night errands that made no sense. Marie listened without interrupting, and when I finished, she just nodded slowly and said, "I'll handle this. Trust me." The next morning, I woke up to Marie making breakfast. Pancakes, bacon, fresh coffee. The kids were still asleep. She apologized for what she was about to show me, but said I deserved to know the truth. She'd been suspicious and followed Annie the night before in her rental car. She pulled up photos on her phone. Annie at a hotel bar in a red dress I'd never seen. Annie getting into a BMW with some guy. Annie kissing him in the parking lot under a streetlight. Each photo felt like a punch to the stomach. My vision literally blurred. But Marie wasn't done. She'd recognized the man. It was Cole, my business partner. The guy I'd known for 8 years. The same Cole who'd been pushing me for months to invest more capital into our firm. The same Cole who knew every detail about my finances, my assets, my accounts, everything. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Marie sat across from me and said there's more. I called him this morning at 6 a.m. from Annie's phone. Told him I was her and that you knew everything. He panicked immediately. Started begging, saying it wasn't what it looked like. Then he offered me $50,000 in cash to keep quiet and make this go away. I just stared at her. She continued. He also admitted they'd been planning this for 7 months. They were going to wait until you signed over the $400K expansion investment next month. Then Annie was going to file for divorce and take half of everything while Cole would have access to the firm's capital. They'd basically be stealing from you legally. My hands were shaking. Marie reached across and held them. She said, unlike my sister, I actually care about you. I've watched you be an amazing father and husband for 2 weeks, and you deserve better. I contacted my lawyer friend last night at midnight. Divorce papers are already drafted. We're also filing a report with the State Bar Association about Cole's conduct, and I recorded his entire confession this morning. Every word. That conversation happened 3 years ago. The divorce was finalized in 4 months. Cole lost his law license and had to pay restitution. Annie got minimal alimony because of the affair, and I got primary custody. Marie and I got married last month. Turns out I just needed to meet the right twin.